Good Jubilant Monday, brothers. This is Monday Morning Musings, and I am Timothy Andrew, the host of From the Basement podcast. Today's topic is going to be on contentment. Charles Spurgeon once said, "You say, if I had a little more, I should be very satisfied. You make a mistake if you are not content with what you have. You would not be satisfied if it were doubled." In the heart of every believer, there is a deep longing for satisfaction. This longing, often mistaken for desire for worldly possessions, is in fact a yearning for divine satisfaction. It's a thirst that can only be quenched by the living waters of God's love. It's a hunger that can only be satisfied by the bread of life, which is Jesus Christ. This is the kind of satisfaction that Paul speaks of in Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. "Not that I am speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content." Divine satisfaction is a profound reality that every believer can experience. It's a satisfaction that is sourced in God, stable in all circumstances, sufficient for all our needs, and sanctifying in its effort. It's a satisfaction that surpasses all understanding and transcends all human comprehension. It's a satisfaction that is found in a relationship with God through faith in Jesus Christ. It's a satisfaction that is not just for the here and now, but for eternity. John chapter 16, verse 33, "I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you all have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." These words were spoken by Jesus to his disciples shortly before his crucifixion. They were about to face the greatest turmoil of their lives, the death of their beloved teacher. Yet Jesus assures them of his peace, a peace that is not of this world, a peace that is available even in the midst of tribulation. This peace is not a passive acceptance of circumstances. It is not a resignation to fate. It is a peace that is active, a peace that takes heart, and a peace that is grounded in the victory of Christ. It is a peace that acknowledges the reality of tribulation, yet refuses to be defined by it. It is a peace that looks beyond the turmoil of the present to the triumph of the future. Contentment is a thread that weaves its way through every circumstance, every challenge, and every triumph. It is a state of being that transcends the temporal and the transient, anchoring us in the eternal and the enduring. It is a disposition that is not contingent on the ebb and flow of life's fortunes, but on the steadfastness of God's love and faithfulness. Let me conclude here with: make a commitment to cultivate contentment in our lives. Learn to be content in every situation, not by relying on our own strength, but by depending on God. Shift our perspective, change our priorities, and embrace the liberating truth that our contentment is found not in the things of this world, but in God who loves us with an everlasting love. Let me pray. I thank you, Holy Father, for reminding us that true contentment comes from you and not from the things of this world. Help us to live out this truth in our daily lives. May we find satisfaction in your love, peace in your presence, and joy in your service. In your most precious and loving name I pray, amen. Please visit my podcast website, fromthebasement.org, to fill out the comments and feedback section. If you have podcast ideas, please send them my way. Your feedback is kept private and is invaluable to me. For those who wish to contribute further, donations are greatly appreciated to help sustain and improve my podcast and nonprofit organization. Please visit my nonprofit website at fromthebasementinc.org. Go this week. Let the love of God guide your steps and fill your hearts with contentment.